Don't you hear me, Combs? Hilliard, breaking ankles. Barkley ahead. Oh, it's a buzzer. What can they do? On one for the finish. Five seconds to go. Speed towards the basket for two.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Marbar Stadium, day 2 of the Malaysia Invitational, the third leg of season 2023, season 11 for the ASEAN Basketball League. Today's game is between the Singapore Slingers and the Hong Kong Eastern. The Hong Kong Eastern, the 2017 ABL champions, and the Singapore Slingers have been to the ABL finals 3 times in the history of the ASEAN Basketball League. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and Meng, our friendly analyst for today. And Meng, are you excited for this game as much as I am?
Man, I am excited for both these games today. These two games are exciting games. You know, yesterday's games were 1 versus 7 seeds, but these games are close. These games are going to be good games here. Absolutely,
and don't forget, let's have a look at the standings after Saigon Heat's victory last night at NS Matrix. Both teams are 7-2 at the moment, and these two teams looking very good. But like I've always said in this tournament, Ming, when this tournament started in Singapore on the first week of January, it's so close with the top 6.
And you know, I just want to point out something on the standing table. NS Matrix Malaysia started out the league at a 2-0 loss, you know.
That's right.
But then went on a 7-game win streak. 7 games.
Well, you know what, the Matrix, they're very structured and organized and well-resourced ball club, so they brought in some better players as well, like Isaiah Williams and Jonathan Wong, so that has really made a difference. They have the resources to call upon, you know, so great credit to Matrix. They're a very well-run club. Singapore Slingers, over the years, they've really done extremely well because number one, they've developed their locals, and number two, they've done it on a very tight budget over the years.
Yeah, and you know, they're a great team, but we're not here to talk about NS Matrix in this game. This game is between the Singapore Slingers and the Hong Kong Eastern team. What can you tell us about some of the players?
Well, the Hong Kong Eastern team, don't forget, I mean, they started off really well in Singapore, you know, didn't lose a game, and then when they went to Batam, they lost a little bit of their rhythm on opening night. They lost to the Macau Black Bears, and then they lost to the NS Matrix, and they could have won that game. So in my opinion, they've really got to know what offensive sets they want to run against a very good transition Singapore team.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, looking at the keys to the game right there, Singapore Slingers are the top 2 offense in the league, and Hong Kong Eastern, surprisingly, is the best defense in the league. So, you know, spear versus shield kind of situation right here. Who's going to be the strongest? Who's going to come out?
Well, I'm not surprised about Hong Kong because they've got, you know, 2 very solid bigs in Tony Choka. We call him the truck man.
The truck.
Yeah, I gave him that nickname in Batam, and he loves it. And then Chris McLaughlin as well, the Canadian defensive and offensive machine. These guys love to fly to the rim. Tony Choka is a good outside shooter for a big. You know, so they've got 2 big trees who are very good. But this man right here, seriously, he's, in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, he's a contender for MVP. Kentrell Barkley having a very good season.
Oh, for sure. Player to watch for Singapore Slingers, the 2nd leading scorer in the ABL Invitational 2023. But he can dish the rock as well. Is willing to share, has 5.8 assists in the league so far. You know, he's going to be a key player to watch out for the Singapore Slingers today.
Absolutely, and just, you cannot give him an open look. You can't, when he does the backdoor cut, you have to stay with him. Oh, Darian Bassett, he's been with this team for quite some time. He's very good friends with Amir Williams. They played in South America together. So yeah, there's a really, I mean, he's also very good friends with Xavier Alexander.
Oh.
So a lot of the imports have a very strong brotherhood connection. They've got this code. When we play against each other, we want to destroy each other. But when the whistle is blown, let's go for coffee.
No, that's a good point there. You know, you always want them to go their hardest, try their best to win for the team right there. And O'Darian Bassett, or as you call him, OD Bassett.
Yeah.
I like that. OD Bassett is a do-it-all guard. He averages about 17 points per game, 4.4 assists, and 4.3 rebounds in the league so far.
Now, he's a great point guard, great shooter. Against NS Matrix in Batam, they didn't play very well, but it was because of his sharp shooting and the way he shared the ball, the way he was the quarterback. You know my favorite word when you're the facilitator of the team.
For sure.
He really did really well. And you know what? I mean, Matrix was so complacent in that game down the stretch. I remember some of the Matrix guys telling me we should have beaten those guys by much more, but we were careless and complacent.
And, you know, just looking at the player matchup right here, you know, Kentrell Barkley, 25 points per game versus OD's 17. But it's the field goal percentage that stands out right here. Both players shooting above average in terms of field goal. Kentrell Barkley making more than half of his shots from the field, and OD Bassett just slightly below half. And as we are about ready to go.
Yes, we are about ready to go. Now, just before the game, I caught up with one player from each respective team. Let's now hear those interviews to hear what they had to say about this coming game with Xavier Alexander and Dominic Gilbert. X, thanks for being with us. Now, tonight's an important game. In Singapore, Hong Kong did beat you. Is there an element of let's get them back for this game, for the team?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would just say that our team is focused on getting better every day, every game. And this is our second time playing them. We kind of know what they do and know their tendencies. So we'll be looking to, you know, counterpart with the good things that we do and look to come out of here with a win today.
Now, it's all about consistency between now and Saigon and potentially the playoffs. What does this Singapore Slingers team need to do to play consistently well to ensure every game is executed well so that, you know, the finals is a very big possibility?
Yeah, just being consistent, like you said, you know, just continue to work hard. And like I always speak of in the interviews, continue to give each other confidence. So when we continue to give each other confidence, we seem to be our best. We seem to play hard. So I think when we play hard and do those two things, I think we're hard to beat.
Thanks for your time and all the best today.
Thank you.
All right. Dom, thanks very much for being with us. Now, in Singapore, you guys were undefeated. And then in Batam, there were some challenges there. Tell us about those challenges and the adjustments so those challenges don't crop up again.
I mean, I think both games we lost. I think we know we could have played with a lot more effort and energy, especially that last game was a pretty disappointing way to end the first half of the season. So I think if we fix that, we should be good. Also, those two games we didn't shoot the ball well, so you know we obviously rely on hitting open shots. So you know we worked a lot the last 2 weeks of practice on that. So you know, looking forward to these next 6 games, and hopefully we our best basketball is yet to come.
So in terms of the best basketball is yet to come, what kind of basketball can the fans expect right here in Malaysia over the next couple of days from the Hong Kong Eastern team in terms of the style you wish to play and execute?
I mean, I think we showed glimpses of that throughout the first 8 games. I think obviously a lot of team ball. We moved the ball really well. Defense as well when, like I said, when we're switched on. So yeah, I think similar to what we showed the first 8 games, but just at a higher level and more consistent.
Thanks very much for your time, brother. And that is the interviews from our respective players. Thank you very much, Dom Gilbert of the Hong Kong Eastern team, and also to Xavier X Alexander, and thank you, Ayman, who has just announced all the players of the two respective teams. And Ming, I know you are desperate to say something and tell us what we don't know.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, you know, we gotta recognize the referees here. Crew Chief Chang Lu Yue from Chinese Taipei, and Garcia Jonard from Philippines, as well as Lim Wee Chun from Malaysia. Oh, they will be the match referees for today. Singapore Slingers against Hong Kong Eastern coming up in about 5 minutes.
Well, we are super excited, everyone, and we are on YouTube live stream. Please like and also share the link right there. And also, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube page as well. We got highlights coming up during the week. Our social media team works very hard they don't really sleep during these invitational leagues, and they're just all night long cutting and the footage, and so all of us can watch it, reshare it, and just really spread the word of the ASEAN Basketball League, because it is a fantastic league. Just ask that man, right, those two guys right there, Neo Beng Siang and Michael Johnson of the Singapore Slingers respectively.
Of course, and Ben, it doesn't look like you've slept a lot as well with the number of papers in front of you.
Well, I got my stats here, man. I can tell you everything you want to know stats-wise about the player. In terms of biodata, I can tell you their backgrounds, what they studied, what they like to eat, some of their partners and wives and girlfriends' names, their mom and dad's names. So yeah, it's I've done my homework, and you know what? When I do the homework of the players, it's such a real joy. And
yeah. Speaking about doing homework, Coach Zelko from Zelko Pavlisevich from Hong Kong.
Jelko, get it right. Jelko.
Jelko, my bad.
Yeah, he told me off in Batam. He said, "Can you say Jelko?" I said, "Sorry, coach." Yeah, but he's a very nice guy. He's a very serious individual. But what do you expect? He's 71 years of age. He's coached some winning teams in Croatian clubs in Spain and Croatia. As we look at the starting five right now for Singapore, Xavier Alexander, Kelvin Lim, Delvin Goh, Kentrell Barkley, and C.J. Geddes. And look out for that big tree, C.J. Geddes.
Yeah, definitely a big that can run the floor well. But he does his best work out of the post.
Well, he's a great player, and you cannot leave him open. I mean, you've got to double team him, but if anybody can double team him and really put some defensive pressure on him, it's Hong Kong, because of their big trees of Tony Choka, Chan Siu Wing, O'Darian Bassett, Chris McLaughlin, and Dominic Gilbert starts. In Batam, he did not start, and I was saying to him, with a performance like that, what he did in Batam, especially from the outside, he should start, and looks like he got his wish. I really like him. He's a good guy, great player.
Yeah, Dominic Gilbert is a forward from, he's considered Hong Kong.
Well, he grew up in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Him, Sheikh Sulaiman, Josh De Silva, Austin Veloso, these four guys, yes, they are from other countries, but they've grown up in Hong Kong their whole lives. Home is Hong Kong for them and their families.
Yeah, no doubt. But Dominic Gilbert is actually from Croatia as well. He's considered Croatian.
But his dad, for Dominic Gilbert, let me get this just right. His father is Australian, his mother is Croatian, and he's lived in Sydney but no, he's grown up in Hong Kong his whole life, So he's probably him and I have a joke. He's a third culture guy. He's probably more Hong Kong of a Hong Kong citizen than he is from Australia or Croatia, respectively.
Citizen of the world.
That's the beauty of the ASEAN Basketball League. You are a citizen of the world, but what unites us all, they should put on our passport. What nationality are we? Basketball.
Yeah, basketball
Seriously.
nation.
Yeah, we're a basketball nation. We love basketball. This is what we do for not just a living, but what we do in our spare time. We watch film, we watch footage, we watch highlights, and I've been proud to say, I'm very proud to say that I've been part of the ASEAN Basketball League since 2012, and I'm just glued to ASEAN Basketball League Instagram all the time. That's why, I'll be honest with you, I think I was depressed during the pandemic, because I didn't get ASEAN Basketball League. We didn't have ASEAN Basketball League for 2.5 years, and that's why the hashtag of the ABL is back for more.
Yeah, no doubt, Ben. I did not follow the ABL a lot. I only managed to follow it really, really close to the COVID season, but then, I was hooked once I got into it.
No, we've got a lot of fans who are great case studies of they didn't know anything about basketball. They just came down to Maba Stadium or the stadium in Saigon or OCBC Arena in Singapore and the respective, in Bulacan in the Philippines. But Philippines, they have a lot of basketball fans, so no issues there. And they just said, look, they didn't know anything about basketball. They watched ABL and they just forgot the other sport they were following, and they came to basketball. So it's a great story about the ASEAN Basketball League. So, the story is there, and this league was set up in 2009 for mainly football Southeast Asian countries to grow the basketball ecosystem, to make basketball the #1 sport in those respective countries. Philippines already had an advantage back then that basketball is the #1 sport, but they are not getting complacent. They just want to keep kicking on, because don't forget, the Philippines, their goals, they want to reach the world-class levels of the Olympics and also get on the podium at the World Championship level. That is the Philippine basketball dream.
Yeah, and we can see Coach Neo Beng Siang just talking to his players, preparing them for what's ahead here against a very strong Hong Kong Eastern team. And I did speak to Coach Jelko before the game, and he mentioned that he preaches a lot of defense.
Oh yeah, they all do. And but Coach Neo Beng Siang, he's all about transition.
Yeah.
So defense first, transition, and push the tempo in transition, and they're good at that. They've got X, they've got Cantrell, even CJ, even though he's a big guy, they've got Jackson. Jackson's an outstanding shooter. Jackson Ma, a really, really great talent, and I have to give Singapore credit. They've hung on to their talent really, really well. They've got some challenges with national service because once they develop players, they lose players to national service, and then they have to retrain them back again. But that's Singapore culture for you. There's nothing you can do about that. You just got to work with it.
Yeah, talking about national service, there is one player on the Singapore Slingers that can't make it today because of national service, I heard.
Zach Helser, yeah, he couldn't play in Batam consistently because of national service. He's Monday to Friday. He's national service. Saturday and Sunday, he's allowed to play basketball, but certain weekends he can't, and obviously it's a great shame because he's a young point guard, only 18 years of age. But put age aside, let's get down to business. Oh, Delvin Go wins the tip. Good job. Yeah, he's a great player, Delvin Go. He's been part of this league for a very, very long time. He's a great guy as well.
Still hasn't managed to develop a three-point shot, though.
No, it doesn't matter. He's posterized a lot of Malaysian players in Mabah Stadium here. I know because the Malaysian fans gave me a lot of lip for it. Delvin on the cross, guarded by Chris. Not a bad shot. Look at CJ there. And that's where CJ is so dangerous. He can win those boards.
Yeah, and OD Bassett from Hong Kong Eastern not happy with his team right there. He's wondering why is no one grabbing a rebound there. Getting his teammates to focus back onto the game.
Well, that's Hong Kong know that's where Singapore is strong, so they got to do something about it. Kelvin to Cantrell, screened by CJ earlier. CJ to the rim. What did I say? Great action right there to draw out the Hong Kong defenders and just fly to the rim, or just sort of glaze to the rim really with ease. Oh, Tony the truck man.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I saw Tony Trucker getting hit. Usually he's the one delivering hits.
Oh, he's the one delivering hits. To take it from me, in Batam he was a machine. In Singapore he played really, really well. Let's have a look at this again, bro.
Yeah, Kentrell Barkley just driving to the rim and his elbow just inadvertently hitting the nose of Tony Trucker.
Chris. Here's Dom to Chris. OD. Dom trying to get a look around and up and in. Good move. Dominic Gilbert, DG.
Well, we spoken about Dominic Gilbert before the game. Said he was an outside shooter, but he's showing that he's got some moves to score inside as well.
Well, you want to hear something interesting about Dominic Gilbert?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's a very good pool player, and he teaches people how to play pool. So, as he got the shot from the snooker table and from the outside,
Two-sport athlete.
Yeah, very much so. CJ drives on Chris for the fadeaway shot clock violation. And the referees will make that call for the shot clock violation.
Yeah, and Coach Jalko with the defensive...
Just remember, even though it's Z, it's J.
Yeah, Jalko with the defensive philosophy. That's how they have the second best defense in the league.
Well, they were very inconsistent in Batam and rattled their confidence a bit. So it's all about getting back to that point because they were the favorites coming into the Singapore leg. OD in and out of a three-point shot. X-Man, it takes a while to warm up sometimes. X with the pass. Delvin from the reverse. Yes! Delvin Go gets that to go. The Go-Go man. He has filled it up on the scoreboard already.
Yeah, and then just like you said, transition for Singapore.
Truckman with a running hook shot. Looks like his vision is A-OK. Cantrell, he switches between 1 and 2 sometimes. Decent shooter. He likes those cuts, especially those backdoor cuts. Cantrell on the drive. Kelvin and one! Kelvin Lim gets the basket and takes the contact. Potential three-point play coming up.
Yeah, Kelvin Lim usually good scoring presence off the bench for Singapore Slingers, but he's starting today and trying to make a case to the coach of why he should be starting more often.
Oh no, he's a very good player, Kelvin. I mean, when I first started commentating on him many years ago in the ABL, I call him the IT man because he was still studying his information technology degree. Now he's finished, a lot older, more mature, confident guy. I call him a quiet leader. Ooh, they've got to be careful with the protecting the rock. OD moving it around. Dom, careless. Cantrell, transition off the steal, bounces it. X, flushes it down right there as he goes upstairs. CJ Geddes, he didn't need an elevator.
Yeah, Ben, we preached about transition, but this is too easy from the Hong Kong Eastern team. They shouldn't be committing so easy turnovers to allow the Singapore Slingers
that's
to get out.
That's what their biggest error was. No disrespect, because I like the Hong Kong guys a lot, and they do watch the games and they do listen to our commentary. So I don't want to disrespect them because they are the most respectful guys ever. But in Batam, they had turnovers and they looked a little bit disjointed. Too many players trying to play the facilitator point guard position, and I think Coach Joko said, look, run it through OD. He's our experienced guy. Dom gets the rolling in. I call him Dom Toretto, Fast and the Furious, because he can be electric at times.
Wow, and that's why he's starting today, showing his quality to Coach Joko.
Absolutely. X off the screen of CJ, double team right there. X misses the shot. Tony the truck with a tap. Here they come with transition. Gilbert with the slam down jam right there in transition, giving Singapore a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, this time Hong Kong Eastern forcing the turnover themselves and going the other way, getting easy too.
Geddes, hand off. Barkley, step back three. Tony the truck with the rebound. Here comes Chan Siu Wing, one of the veteran players. He switches sometimes to the one position at times. Gilbert really wanting to take the shot. Got to watch the shot clock. OD. Oh, again, protecting that ball. What did I say, Ming?
Yeah, committing turnovers, but they were lucky there. Apparently, a Singapore player got a touch on the ball to deflect it out of bounds. But Ben, I do want to bring attention to something I've noticed on the floor. For Singapore Slingers, they're actually defending X-Men with Chan Siu Wing, if I do believe.
Gilbert from underneath. He is electric. He's the best player on the Hong Kong team at the moment, and arguably in this game. Plenty of production from the man we call DG.
Yeah, you can't argue with 8 points so far in 5 minutes.
No, you can't. X bounces. Delvin. Go! From the outside. I timed that to perfection.
Man, I talked about him not developing a 3-point shot. Apparently
he heard you, man.
He heard me from the commentator table.
He's gonna come here and beat you up and take your candy after this. Chris, big shout out to Chris's family. Posting up, backing in right there. Oh, look like a travel. No travel. And one.
Yeah, no, I thought he was locked down there by CJ Geddes, but a nice spin move and sealed Geddes behind him. If you can look at this replay, thought he didn't have a shot here, was looking for the pass, and then just realized that Geddes was behind him. Went up for the two.
He's a good player. He's Canadian. Super nice guy. Converts the 3-point play, and check this out. 13 turnovers per game is their stats for Hong Kong, so they want to improve on that. Don't forget these stats that we're reading out. It's after 2 legs. The first leg in the Invitational leg in Singapore in the first week, and the second week, well, the second leg, should I say, was in Batam just a fortnight ago in Indonesia. X-Man with a spin move. Oh, he splits that defense wide open like an X-Man superhero.
Yeah,
or X-Man superhero.
Yeah.
Was he Scott Summers right there with superpowers? OD, pull up. It's good.
There you go, nicely drawn up play by the Hong Kong Eastern, getting themselves back the 2 points.
And super close game. That's what we want to see. We are neutral right here, not biased towards any team or teams. X backing in. Dom Gilbert working on X. Doing a decent job too. But pushing foul, says the referee. Oh, Dom Gilbert, do not touch the referee. These referees are sensitive. Let's have a look at this again, Ming.
Yeah, you know, the length of Hong Kong Eastern, they're such a long team, you know, Ben. They're just such a long team.
No, they're locals. You know, they've got Simba, number 13. He's 6'11". He's huge.
No, but you know, there's about 3 guys on the court that can defend CJ Geddes at the moment, you know.
They do, and they've just got to be careful because, like, if you zone in on CJ Geddes, you leave other guys open, and you know, and they've got some good local, you know, their shooters. Delvin Go's a decent shooter, even though you said something about him. You know, Jackson Ma, you know, Justin Chiam. I mean, Calvin Lim has improved his shooting game as well.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. He's developed a 3-point shot, but you know, one thing I think that the Singapore Slingers should try to take advantage more is, you know, attacking the guy on Chan Siu Wing more often.
Chuck with the kick. Truck man, he can shoot too. Truck, not the best pass. OD recovers it. Skip pass. Thought about giving it to Tom. Tony fake. Tony drives. Tony dish. Chris went up, but what a rejection there by Delvin Go. No go. Delvin goes there. And transition and the finish by Kelvin Lim.
Man,
What did I tell you?
what a highlight block by Delvin Go.
That's going on ABL, Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube, Cantrell. But the block was by Delvin Go, who rejected Chris McLaughlin.
We need a replay of that,
Oh,
man.
please.
We definitely need a
Mr.
replay
Producer,
of
let's
that.
have a look at this. Cantrell to the rim, but he lost the handle. But please, let's get that one back. Delvin Go.
Man.
He's got a lot of what we say riziki here in Maba Stadium. I remember when he came down, played here, and he posterized Ching Cheng Hua in just the season of the pandemic, actually.
That's tough, man.
And I remember because I shouted about it. I mean, I got excited as a commentator. I remember the KL Dragons fans giving me a lot of lip
Yeah.
and saying, "How could you say that about, you know, your Malaysian countrymen?" I said, "No, I'm a basketball guy.
Man,
if someone does a good play, I'm gonna call it."
Well, we're Malaysians, but we're all fans of basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
If the Singapore guy is gonna play athlete, does a good thing, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. So don't hate the messenger. That's what we are, the communicators and messengers of the game. And Singapore playing that good transition game at the moment. Good defense. Gilbert to the rim. Yes! Splits 3 Singapore defenders right there down the middle.
Yeah, you know, Dom Gilbert just seems to have the number of this Singapore Slingers team. He's single-handedly keeping Hong Kong Eastern in this game.
Oh no, he's all over it. Ooh. That looked like a 50-50 call. 2 shots for the X-Man, and he will go to the stripe once again.
Yeah, you know, but speaking about Dominic Gilbert, he does everything on the offensive end of the floor, but this one just too easy, letting Xavier Alexander drive past him almost for a highlight play over Chris McLaughlin.
Xavier Alexander, the man who studied a criminal justice degree. Very
A
good.
lot of players study
Yeah, no,
criminal justice.
O'Darren Bassett, criminal justice. There's a few. The Freeman from the Bangkok team, criminal justice. Reggie Johnson, who played for the KL Dragons winning team in 2016, criminal justice.
Yeah.
I called him Judge Dredd.
You
That was
know,
his nickname.
Yeah, X-Man almost has to arrest himself there. You know, he almost committed a crime over Chris McLaughlin.
Oh, trust me, X-Man is the enforcer, not just of the Singapore Slingers, but it's a great example of an international player. Chris with a hammer slam.
There you go.
Flushes it down right there. Chris McLaughlin.
Finally getting a dunk of his own. You know, he denied the chance by Delvin Go earlier.
Let's look at this defense here of Hong Kong. Interesting how they set it up. Staying man, Cantrell. Screened by CJ. Don't let him roll to the rim. Cantrell knocks it down right there for the outside. Cantrell Barkley. What a shot right there. A big shout out to his 2 mothers, Beth and Barbara.
But Cantrell, you know, a 3-level scorer can score from anywhere on the floor. You know, you try to force him left, but you know he's just gonna. You try to force him right, but he's gonna pick up the.
And Chris McLaughlin with another slam. And that's where he's dangerous. If you drive to and attack the rim, and you have Tony or Chris over there in the low post, they'll finish it. Unless Delvin goes there, protecting the rim. Missed shot. Here they come in transition with over 1 minute to go before the end of the first. Gilbert off the fake. Kick. Tony the Truck. Bang! Tony the Truck, man. And was that an anticlimax?
It was an anticlimax, Ben. There was a travel on the
Oh,
on the play
man, the
before,
referee called it late.
before Trucker hit the 3-pointer there. So I think it goes on Dom Gilbert there.
It looks...
But there seems to be a review.
No, they're also questioning the
Shot
clock.
clock.
The shot clock at the moment. If the shot clock is working or not, because one clock says 11, one clock says 24. So here's the awkward music being played by the MC. So
Well, there's a bit of a technical issue right here on the court, I do believe.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's an issue with the clock. So they're telling the game commission's table to fix the clock.
Yeah.
So look, this is quite normal here. So that's what they're communicating to all the coaches and the players who seem a little bit confused at the moment.
Yeah, it is really old stadium here at Maba Stadium. You know, has served us for many good years.
You know what? I had to commentate in Maba Stadium, Indonesia Warriors KL Dragons once, with no air conditioning.
Oh.
I lost 5 kg that night.
I could use that right now.
Yeah, it was very hard, a lot of hard work. CJ off the spin, yes. Good job, CJ Geddes. And he just, I mean, he's not a dynamic player, but he's just such a good, simple, strong, big.
Yeah, it seems a little bit like Charles Barkley, backing his way from the mid-range area all the way to the rim.
Gilbert open with the 3, bang! Tom Gilbert from the corner pocket ties the game up with over 20 seconds to go. X-Man, there's at least a 5-shot difference between shot clock and game clock. Barkley in the lane, out. X for the 3. Bang! Another one. But this time it's the boys in white with a triple. Courtesy of X-Man. Gotta heave. Oh, man. That was rushing right there. That was Oliver Shu, one of the Shu brothers.
The younger Shu brother.
The younger Shu brother. But take nothing away. No matter which shoe you're wearing at the moment, at the end of the first period, it is the Singapore Slingers 27, Hong Kong Eastern 24. Let's have a look at the highlights.
One-on-one. Check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
No one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for.
And welcome back, everyone. The start of the second quarter. Xavier Alexander hitting a 3 before the end of the first. And because of that 3, it's a 3-point ball game right now. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim and Meng, as OD tries to penetrate, but he kicks, swing, off the fake, lost the handle. Ball protection, Meng.
Oh, I thought it was great hands there by X-Man, but it does seem, it does seem like a foul by Oliver Shu there.
And we have Dewan Bassett, who is watching our game right now, who is the grandma. No, Dewan is the mother of OD Bassett. How you doing, Dewan? Your son is a fine young man. Ooh, 3 seconds. No. Yep, that's a 3-second call. They are. I told the players, look at the referee's hand while you're posting up. They're counting.
Yeah, and that was great defense, having 2 of the trees, Tony Trucker and Chris McLaughlin double teaming CJ Geddes, flustering him a bit and forcing him to cost the 3-second
Chris with the left-handed hook. That's a timely hook right there by Chris McLaughlin.
Ben, we've been transported back to 1952 because this brand of basketball is all just post-centric.
Oh yeah, I think they've been watching some Kareem highlights. Baseline. Backing in. Cantrell to CJ. CJ. Oh, CJ, strong move, but couldn't finish right there off the outlet pass. Here they come. They're going to go faster. Ollie Shu. OD. Oliver calling for horn set. And that's going to be Hong Kong ball.
Yeah, it was a foul by Kelvin Lim. Dom Gilbert doing a good job sealing his defender down low. As we can see here, getting the inside position. And Kelvin Lim had nothing to do, could do nothing except for commit the foul.
3 turnovers for Hong Kong in the first quarter. Dom Gilbert having a great game, shoots for 2. Yes, knocks it down and gets the deuce. Dominic Gilbert, he is on fire today with 15 points. Delvin, fade away, no good. And shots not going down for Singapore right now, but early days yet. Nothing to panic about. They've got the experience. OD, Chris tried to set the screen. Tony with the swing pass, shoots for 3, misses. Ooh, nobody there to rebound. Gilbert there with an easy rebound. Mismatch right here, but he's stuck in a double team. Tony fires long. Tried to do a bank shot. Bank's not open from the outside. But that shot for Tony the Truck. Here comes X, Mr. Cool. What can he set up or deliver? Right here, couldn't get that. Good job, Tony the Truck. Dom Gilbert everywhere at the moment. What's your opinion, Meng?
Yeah, Dom Gilbert showing that he does play some defense as well, defending the bigger size like Xavier Alexander there on that last trip.
Oh, he's a solid athlete. Pump fake. Oh, and he will go to the stripe.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Dominic Gilbert there, driving hard to the rim. He's just doing everything for Hong Kong Eastern at the moment. He's the only guy that's looking to attack when he gets the ball, and it can't be a good thing that everything is going through him at the moment.
And Dominic Gilbert will go to the cherry stripe as he drew the foul. And he's studying an economics degree online at the University of British Columbia. He loves his pool. He's a very social guy. Very, very social guy, and he's a very respectful guy. He's always saying thank you to with me and my partner Ardo in Batam. My commentator partner, he was saying thank you for giving him a lot of credit during the games. I said, don't thank us. You did the work. we just we're just the messenger.
We're the compliment.
Yeah, that's right. We're the communicators of what you do. So but he's a very respectful guy, as are most of almost all, I would say, the ASEAN Basketball League players. Geddes posting up. Tony the Truck's got to put his hands up. Good job right here. Hong Kong with the lead, and a lot of the offense coming from Dominic Gilbert. Chris, kick. Tony, brought about the sidestep to a corner. Dom should have gone for the shot, but he goes for the reverse. Oh, couldn't finish right there, but gets the rebound, keeps it in. Foot on the line. It looked like foot on the line anyway.
No, I think it was a push from Delvin Go right there.
Okay, check that, my bad.
Yeah, Dom Gilbert managed to save the ball. No one grabbing the rebound for Singapore Slingers.
Yeah, Singapore Slingers in the last 90 seconds have been a bit not as disciplined to rebounding and boxing out.
Yeah.
Because that's one of their key strengths as well.
Yeah,
That's how they run their transition game.
Sorry, after starting out the game so well as well, you know, leading in the first quarter, and now they've just given up 6 unanswered points.
Odie gives it up to Tony. Tony, yes, splashes it home all the way to Colombia.
Yeah, you
Tony
know,
the truck.
and that's 9 straight unanswered points for Singapore Slingers. Let's see what they can come up with on this.
Let's see. X-Man. X saying all about consistency in an interview. Out. Cantrell off the fake. Mid-range. No good. But they get it back though. They'll go again. CJ with the miss. Tap. There's Oliver Shu. Just slowing it down right there. Bringing it up. Gilbert. Shu. Swing. Shu. Lost the handle. Here comes Singapore. That transition play. Tony the truck trying to stay with X, but X gets by. Yes!
What a move by Xavier Alexander.
Flew his way to the rim with ease and got the contact, but I must give Hong Kong some credit, the Meng, because they're so strong in transition. Tony the truck was pressing them at half court just as they were trying to play that quick transition game, but then Xavier got past, and then somehow the defense collapsed a little bit for Hong Kong.
Yeah, you know, speaking about X-Men, you know, Xavier Alexander looking at Jean Grey right there, moving, parting the seas.
Jean Grey?
Parting the seas.
You call him a girl? He is not gonna like that, man.
Parting the seas to get his way at the rim.
Gilbert. Corner, shoots for 3. OD from the corner. Splashes it home right there. His mom would have been proud of that. X, 7-point game at the moment. X for the triple. Hits the iron. See, Delvin tried to get the tip. Chasing the loose ball. Who wants it? Hong Kong ball.
Great hustle right there by Singapore Slingers, trying to get themselves back on track, but CJ Getty just couldn't keep the ball in bounds.
Well, the Hong Kong team, they average, in terms of their rebounds, is 43.6 rebounds per game versus the Singapore team 42. So relatively quite even. I mean, they've got the big players to do it, local and import, of course. So no surprise right there. But I know that was something they were not truly happy about in Batam. Out. Gilbert. 3 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. Yes! Gets the 2 from the elbow.
Yeah, you know, Ben, Hong Kong Eastern just moving the ball around so well. And when you have someone able to score so efficiently like Dom Gilbert, you know.
Well, he'll be very, very happy with his performance. But early days yet. Never underestimate Singapore. They're tough. Oh! That's a foul right there. The 2 trees went up.
Chris McLaughlin not happy with the foul call right there. Let's see this again.
Well, let's just say both guys rattle the rim. And look, that's a fair call. What do you expect? I mean, that's the gamble that you have when you try to block a shot like that from a big. There's gonna be a lot of clang, and there was clang. Ooh, Chris McLaughlin already on 3 fouls. He's got to weather the storm, because if he is in foul trouble, they'll probably try to bring on Yud, 6'11", 22 years of age, the man they call Simba.
A very tall
Don't
guy.
ask me why they call him Simba.
Very tall guy.
Oh, massive. And he's a full-time basketball player as well. Big shout out to CJ Getty's partner, Ashley. 29-38. Screen there by Adam Shu. Dom for the three. This man just can't stop scoring from deep.
Man, you know, Dom Gilbert looks like he's going for 88 tonight.
Oh, he's on 22 points already. Barkley, a bit quiet in this game, but maybe did I say that? As I say that, does he come alive?
Yeah, Barkley is a left-handed scorer, but that's what Singapore Slingers should do. That's what Singapore Slingers should do, you know, take advantage of the mismatch right there, go into the post and bully your way to the rim.
Well, they've got the players and who have the right mentality to do it. Geddes from the baseline, couldn't get it. Gilbert, he's everywhere. Gilbert, oh look at him, he's dancing. Chan Siu Wing calling for a set to be executed. OD drives, puts it up, and one! What a shot!
What a play there by OD Bassett, going to the rim, releasing the ball early.
Look at this man, talk us through.
Yeah, releasing the ball early there, just catching Xavier Alexander as he was going on the way up.
Over the X-Man, which is not easy, by the way.
No, definitely not easy for sure.
He's a great guy, OD. And we've got comments here from Lyndon. I think it's Lyridon. And, yep. So thank you for your comment.
You know, Darian Bassett with that 8 points in the game so far, as well as 2 assists. So he's trying to step up his game as well.
Absolutely, because in Batam he was quite inconsistent. There was times that he was trying to share the ball too much, shoot the ball too much, and you know, even though the players wouldn't admit it from the Hong Kong team, their offensive sets looked a bit confusing to them in Batam. So I think they're really setting a good rhythm here. Okay, OD, you do this. You know, Chan Siu Wing, you do this. Dom, take the shots. And, you know, Tony and Chris box out and slam it down.
Yeah, Ben, and these things, you know, setting roles for the players is exactly what a coach should do. And, you know, Coach Jelko told me about the lack of competition they have in back in Hong Kong. Well, back in Hong Kong, and then he just mentioned that ABL is such a platform, you know, just good platforms for these players to get some experience, get some playing time. And, you know, Dominic Gilbert making the most of his playing time here. 22 points in about 17 minutes of play.
Well, you know what? I mean, no disrespect to what Coach Jelko said. I kind of disagree a little bit, because if you look at the 2017 Hong Kong Eastern team, there were some great players. The championship team, you know, Lee Kee, Ricky, you know, good local players. So, you know, the Hong Kong talent is there. It's just, you know, whether you can retain them and hold on to them, because they have options as well. You know, so yes, I mean, I hear what Coach Jelko is saying, but it's all about hanging on to your good local talent, and it's very competitive over there. You know, they've got good depth. Cantrell, Delvin, couldn't get that to go, and that's going to be Hong Kong ball. Chan Siu Wing.
Yeah, and you can see Singapore Slingers always going back to Cantrell Barkley, who's defended by Chan Siu Wing there. You know, I think they've got a mismatch there, but Chan Siu Wing did well enough to prevent the score.
OD working on Barkley. Dom on the drive. Dom tried to spin and pass it to a relatively open Tony Trucker, but Xavier Alexander saying travel. And I thought that was a fair call, because in real time, I thought one part of my brain was saying it looked like a travel. Let's take a look at this again, Ming.
Yeah, I think he moved his right leg a little bit, but I think the referees do a really good job. You know, it's really borderline.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 call. It's really hard to do it. I'll be honest with you. Geddes holding it. Delvin. Geddes posting up. Hook shot. It's good. Hits the hook. Hooks it up and in. CJ Geddes.
Yeah, you know, if any of the young bigs out there is trying to learn a skill, the hook shot should be something you do. If you don't know, a hook shot is a shot that goes away from your defender. So, you know, no matter how tall your defender is, you won't be able to lock it.
Tony with the screen. OD gives it up to Tony. Miss. Good rebound by CJ. They're a bit slow in transition, Singapore, because they know that the Hong Kong team have read that part of their game, so they're making adjustments. Smart. That's what I like about the Singapore team. They're very smart. Basketball IQ was. And it's the call right there.
The defensive foul right there by
Pushing foul.
yeah, on the Hong Kong Eastern team. But both teams are in the bonus at the moment, so this foul will bring Delvin Go to the line.
Delvin Go at the moment with 5 points.
And the player who committed the foul was Adam Shu, captain of the Hong Kong Eastern team.
Yep, the sports management graduate.
The older Shu brother.
Yep, it's only slightly, born in 1993. Oliver Shu born in 96. One is an economics grad, one is a sports management grad, but very, they speak fluent Cantonese. Mo man tai, which means no problem in Cantonese. That's the extent of my Cantonese, to be honest. And, yep.
I'm a little bit more capable in Cantonese.
Yeah. Well, you
conversational.
Well, if you don't, I'm gonna hold it against you. Oh, the steal right there by X, but Tony gets it back. OD. Oh, good defense right here by Singapore, but OD. Can he lose his defenders? Kicks, swing, corner, high arcing, yes! From the splash mountain three from the corner right there, Chansey Wing.
Yeah, tell you what, you know, Hong Kong Eastern is always attacking that corner, and the zone defense of Singapore Slingers just struggling to keep up.
X out, Cantrell fires, miss. But X there to clean it up. Ah, yes, good job to mop it all up. Xavier, X-Man, Alexander, and they're slowly creeping back into this, Meng.
Yeah, I did not realize it was a 16-point lead already, you know. Singapore Slingers just falling asleep slightly in the second quarter.
Well, it was that transition game. Tony the truck, bang! Truckman fills it up from the outside. He is playing extremely well with great confidence today. Cantrell tried to lose his defenders, but the referee already called the foul.
And, you know, bonus again. Chan Siu Wing struggling a little bit there. As we look at the replay, just giving a slap on Barkley's hands. And he will get subbed out.
Comment here left by Tim_4G. Thanks, Tim, for your comment. And Kentrell Barkley, who studied a degree in communications and parks and recreation.
Kentrell Barkley only 4 points and 3 assists today. What do you think about that, Ben?
Yeah, no, compared to what he did in Batam. Batam, he was scoring high numbers almost every night. I mean, the nights that they played. So, yeah, not his best day today. But, you know what, early days yet. I'm never going to write him off. He's a great talent.
There's still the second half to go.
Absolutely. OD for the 2. Hits the iron. Rebound by Delvin. Almost lost it. Cantrell. Get it over half court. There it is as he jogs it up. Kick. Shoot for 3, Ma. Jackson Ma. If you hear me say shoot for 3, Ma, that's a Malaysian Singaporean joke, basketball joke right there, but turned into reality.
You know, Ben, I tell you what, I understand why Kentrell Barkley struggling to score here. Hong Kong Eastern's defense is always there. Help defense is always there. As Dom Gilbert misses the end of the quarter buzzer.
But at the end of thank you very much for that, Meng. But at the end of the second quarter, it is the Hong Kong Eastern team 50, Singapore Slingers 37.
I would like to wish a special welcome to the
Hello and welcome to the ABL Invitational Season 11 2023. This is the game between NS Matrix and Löw Surabaya.
With a good outside shooter. Tevin attacks. Gets the tip. No. Hustle. Tevin with the rebound. Couldn't roll it in right there.
Early in this game here.
This shot. Tevin. Spin for the two. And knocks it in right there. Tevin Glass. Drives off the glass and gets the two.
That's a great shot there by the point guard of Löw Surabaya.
Tevin with a triple, drains it from the outside, again and again. Ryzen finishes with the lay.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I was expecting a dunk right there in transition, but B-Boy and Gio
set it up for a scoring opportunity. There it is. Oh, great catch and drive. Dewey Young with the two.
And stepping in to force the turnover.
Oh, that ball right there by Mei, and Mei get some better shot selection. They'll be in this. Oh, that's it. That's right. That's a good shot. Take good shots. Massive social media following. Step back. Oh, splashes that home right there. Tevin Glass. But he needs help. Releases from the outside. Oh, splashes it home. And nothing but net. And for Williams with the rebound and goes in for the putback. Follow us on our social media handles, ASEAN Basketball League. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And one. Nobody bodying up on Amir Williams. He got to the cup way too easily, Meng. And shoots for the long three. Yes! Deposits from deep. That will give them a lift. 2-possession game right now, Meng. Amir, too strong. He's way too big. Gotta shoot now. Can they make it? Yes! And splashes that out. Swing. Quick. Fires. Bang! Daddy Quick Genuine. Of the Louvre team. So hopefully he has a good game. So good story for the small guy. And one. Mei just drives. They come. Louvre Surabaya. Johnson and finishes at the rim.
Two defenders in Amir Williams and Tevin Glass.
Goes from the outside, splashes it home right there. Tevin shoots for the triple. Oh, Mo Mantai, as they say in the Cantonese language, which means no problem. Hammond. Maybe square it up. Oh, he just gives Tevin Glass. Say, yep, off the steal right there. Here they come. Races to the rim and finishes it. That's a great move right there. Well done to Löw Surabaya's. Go faster. Tevin in the lane. Amir Williams with a boom! Matrix style. And he looks at his opponents and said, yeah. Johnson flies to the cup. Again, inconsistency of defense right here. Isaiah for the three-point attempt. Yes! His first basket of the game. Isaiah Williams. Little man, Isaiah Williams right now. Oh, great pass. Tevin Glass at the rim. That's good team basketball. Good ball movement. Steal strip right there by Tevin. Fly to the rim and the flush right there. And time, Tevin Glass.
Let's go, anticipation on that pass.
Swing. Releases for the three. Couldn't get that to go. That was a rush shot, but Amir gets the rip and the slam and the shout. This crowd is on their feet right here at Maba Stadium. That's what you call game experience on the pull-up. Johnson for the deuce. That's what they need. Looking for the bullet pass, but he drives. Floater. It's good. Sinks it in right there. Throws it up and in. And rebound a little bit better. And body up on Amir Williams. Though in it. Mei for the triple. Yes! Great start by Matrix to start this third quarter. Williams also trying to learn the Matrix system. Good bounce pass. Mei from underneath. That is great. And it all started with the screen. And because of that Little of a semi-swat, then transition. Glass to Williams, sidestep three. Bang! Isaiah Williams gets going. Screen. Out. A little bit predictable here at the moment, but that's a good finish right there by Louvre Surabaya. Francisco de Silva, the man from Jakarta. Wing. Sting. He stings it from the outside. How many times have I said that? That's quality from Tevin Glass. Pushes it in transition. Williams for the triple. Bang! Another one. This man has brought the rifle in this quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned that he looked a little bit like Steph Curry, and he's showing himself to have the same skill set as.
Good pass. And too strong. Way too strong. Almost got the bounce right there. Williams! Amir Williams! With the stuff. It's a glass crossover.
You know, the in and out crossover, and then splitting the
and can you dunk? We'll just hit them with a layup right there. Isaiah Williams right there, shoots for two. It's good. Good shot there, Jamal Johnson, Mr. Dependable. More, to be honest. Here comes Louvre. Need to set a screen there. Hammond. Step back three. Bang! That's a much better by Louvre Surabaya. From the baseline, yes! The little man scores right there. Middle. Quick with a good pass. Anthony from underneath, yes! Mr. Anthony. That will really lift his confidence.
Yeah, great pass.
Sets, shoots. Bang! Oisenfu. Yes, sir. Oh, good bounce. Pass. Quick for the reverse, yes!
Yes, and Angio came up from that play.
Nice stroking shot for the 3 points right there for Oi. Don't miss. Drive off the glass and in. The deuce is good for Mr. Marcus Hammond.
And an intentional foul there by Marcus Hammond to let the head coach sub out. Or to allow the head coach to call a timeout to talk.
The chemistry has not been quite right. They get along very well off the court. I saw that in Batam. But it's just the performance. Mei. Oh, nothing but net for the man. Tin Chun Hong. They will start the Malaysia campaign with a victory. Crossover up there. Lost the handle, gets it back. Fires! Miss. Tried to go for the putback. And Louvre. And that's the end of it, everyone. At the end of it's a big victory for the NS Matrix team. The final score right here.
So we
NS
hope
Matrix
you enjoyed some of the
Malaysia.
highlights.
It is 89. Louvre Surabaya, Indonesia, 51.
With his point guard skills, drives the lane, and a slam down right to the rim. Boom, shakalaka, Canadian slam.
The beautiful lay attack down by Bartlett at the corner. What a shot!
Fast Amir.
And one.
Gets it.
Getting 2, 1, 3. And
Athletic
Yes.
move, Isaiah with.
Has to.
Oh, Darren Bassett says no.
Slam right there.
Alex Smith.
Oh!
Good press here.
Stolen. Rise up. Boom.
with the alley.
Oh!
Welcome back to the ASEAN Basketball League game between the Hong Kong Eastern and the Singapore Slingers. Day 2 of the Maba Malaysia Invitational, the third leg of the ASEAN Basketball League Season 2023 Series. Season 11, hashtag back for more. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and analyst Meng. And Meng, at really, we did not expect the Singapore Slingers, who started quite well, who fell in a little bit of a hole in the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, they were outscored 26-10 in the second quarter alone. That is ouch, you know. Looking at the halftime stats, though, you know, big discrepancy on the rebounding side of things. Hong Kong Eastern, 19 rebounds to Singapore Slingers, only 10. And that is partly because of Dominic Gilbert's absolutely hot shooting night today. 70% from the field, 9 of 13. Made 2 3-pointers and 7 within the arc. 22 points so far. How high can he go,
Well,
Ben?
Well, I don't know, but like, I mean, can you look at the stats? I mean, the point in terms of points from points from turnovers, really.
Yeah, you know, points from turnovers, 7 to 2.
Yeah.
7 for the Singapore Slingers, but you know, they haven't been able. I do think most of the 7 points have come from the first quarter alone,
Yeah,
you know,
it was
at the
first
start.
So that's why stats sometimes does not tell a true picture of the story. No disrespect. Our stats team do a very, very good job. But one thing the stats does not show here, Meng, is that, like I called this during the second quarter, Hong Kong with sometimes at half court, sometimes with a half court press, they read that transition quite well, and they said, okay, X-Man, Barkley, let's slow those guys down. And that's how they got some points, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. You know, X-Man and Barkley are the two main players for, or the two main ball handlers for Singapore Slingers. And if you can stop them from advancing the ball, give them a hard time in the backcourt, you know, you might be able to force some of the mistakes or force more mistakes out of the team.
Well, it looks like Coach Jelko has really, really brought out the HR manager in him and said, look, this is your job description. Gilbert, shoot. OD, shoot, attack. You know, play the transition game. Biggs, which is Tony the Truck and Chris, rise up and boom and box out. Chan Siu Wing, share the ball. And I think that game plan is working at the moment, but they're only 13 points up. That might sound by a lot, but Singapore are the masters of the comeback. And do not write off Kentrell Barkley.
Yeah, you know, Ben, you and me have seen bigger comebacks than this, you know.
Absolutely. Shaking. Gotta watch the shot clock. Gotta put it up now. That's good. Suffocating, stifling, dogged defense by O'Darian Bassett.
Yeah, you know, Kelvin Lim going nowhere with the dribble there. OD Bassett read every single dribble and locked him up.
Definitely, and that's...
You said he was studying criminal justice?
Who's that, OD?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's the judge. He's the judge, and he wants to be the juror, but he will... At the moment, the only thing he wants today is a win. Because Hong Kong, they want to get some consistency back in the game. Stolen right there by X. Can Dom Gilbert chase him down? No. X with the steal and cashes it in for the 2 points.
Yeah, and that's a play that Hong Kong Eastern has run a little bit too often. You know, X-Man just reading that perfectly.
Chris. Drive. Chris with the pump. Off the glass. Couldn't get that to go down. Rebound by Delvin Go. X-Man now playing facilitator a little bit. Bounces it. Goes up. Oh, Barkley. This is a good 4-0 run right here by Singapore.
Yeah, and you know, the emphasis in the team huddle during halftime has to be more aggressive, you know. Look for your shot more.
9-point game. OD for the 2. Knocks it in. Oh, Darian Bassett just keeping this interesting. 11 points at the moment. He wants that psychology of a double-digit lead in the Singapore opponents' minds. CJ posting up, protecting. Barkley, CJ with the screen. Chung Siu Wing with decent defense, but again, you can't leave CJ Gate open. He can punish you. He's got range, and he's definitely a great post player.
Yeah, you know, CJ Geddes primarily works out off the post, but he has the capability of extending it to the mid-range area as well.
Barkley with the steal. Here they come on a great run right here. Good foul by Tony the Truck.
Yeah, you know, it was a good foul, fouling him before he got to the rim because he wanted to protect his big man, Chris McLaughlin. You know, didn't want to give him the fourth foul so early in the second half.
Look at that, yep, good foul, Tony. Good basketball IQ, so nobody in the penalty yet. Kentrell out to CJ. CJ open. Misses. Delvin. Great rebound by Delvin. X-Man from the wing. Jabbing. Screen by CJ. Around. X in the lane. Shoots. Oh, no. Couldn't recover right there. And Hong Kong thanking their lucky star. CJ couldn't finish. OD calling for a set. He's played well. Him and Dom Gilbert, electric. Gilbert with a spin. Gilbert with a fake and the shot. Short. Here comes X. Needs to up the tempo in transition. X-Man. X. Oh, coast to coast move by Xavier Alexander, and Coach Jelko, not a happy man, calls the timeout.
Yeah, there is a timeout called on the floor right there. But there might be a technical foul on Xavier Alexander there. You know, he was a little bit vocal after he scored that basket there. And that was perhaps...
Really? Did the referee call that?
I do think so.
Why?
He did the signal. So I do think Hong Kong will be taking a technical free throw after this timeout here.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I mean, I say oh because, you know, I never really like to hear or see that. You know, I just like to see continuity, great game. You know, and in this case, it's Singapore trying to go for the comeback.
You know, I think, you know, it was this play right here, you know, even in the replay, I saw him shouting at the referee a little bit, directing that shout to the referee. I think that was perhaps what the referee wasn't really, you know.
I mean, X is quite a smart guy. You know, he knows when to make noise and when to not. You know, he's been part of this league for almost 7-8 years, so he really knows what he's doing. He's a very, very experienced import. Look, they're having a chat right now. There it is. There's the conversation. The referee saying, no.
Yeah.
Cannot do that.
Yeah, you know, and the FIBA rules, Ben, are really strict about these kind of stuff. You know, the FIBA rules, the FIBA referees really do not take any lip from the player. You know, they will look to settle things early, settle the game down early, so that it does not devolve into anything of a fist fight or anything.
But take nothing away from Singapore. They were down by 13 points, and now they're only down by 8. So
Yeah.
Hong Kong really need to pull their socks up and keep going. Do not get complacent. Never, ever get complacent against Singapore. They're dangerous.
Yeah, like Ben, like one of your previous partners said, basketball is a game of runs.
Oh, yep.
So Hong
The
Kong
great
Eastern
Andre
had the
Reza.
runs. Yeah.
Yep.
So Hong Kong had their run in the second quarter. Now Singapore Slingers are coming back with their own.
You know what? If I had to make a run for it, I'd prefer the third. They call it the Premiership quarter in some parts of the world. So sometimes that's true. Chris, OD surveying, Chris with the screen. OD to Tony, fires! Bang! Tony the truck! Toots the horn from the outside.
Yeah, no, Tony Truck. Just showing he has that finesse, he has that touch from range as well. He's hit a couple of these wing three-pointers, and Singapore Slingers has to lock him up more.
Delvin sends it and scores it right there. Delvin go, not letting Hong Kong build that lead. And 9-point lead for the Eastern team. Screen by Chris. Chris asking for it. Oh no, but stolen. A holding foul. I thought he should have passed it to Chris, because that was a great, he was rolling to the rim after that screen. Great pick and roll action right there.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the players just do a little bit too much right there, you know, but I think it was just a slip of the hand. Couldn't get
But
control of the
that
ball.
was just a really good screen, and Kentrell Barkley, who's had a pretty quiet game, is really, really coming alive in this third quarter.
Oh.
6 points. As I say that, he misses a shot, but never mind. He is human.
It's been a bit cold today. It's been a bit...
The man who studied at East Carolina University connects 1 out of 2.
And Ben, you know, Singapore Slingers will get the ball back here. It is, I do believe, an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, it was. That was a fair call, I thought. Barkley off the fake. Posting. Kelvin couldn't get the shot to go down. And it'll be Hong Kong ball. 6:04 to go in the third quarter. The time of the games Meng goes really quickly. Meng?
Yeah, you know, and Ben, you know, on that possession there, I thought that Kentrell Barkley should have faded away, go to his left hand there for the left hand to fade away, but, you know, decided to be unselfish and perhaps paid the price for that.
Ollie shoe off the screen from Tony the Truck. Tony the Truck asking for it. He's on fire. Spin with a hook. Oh, that's a wonderful hook and a hit by Chris McLaughlin.
Yeah, you know, this is a great game for young bigs to learn about how to utilize the hook shot there. Chris McLaughlin knocking down that hook shot over Geddes.
Don't forget, you know, on that point, man, Chris McLaughlin in foul trouble, so, you know, he's got to be careful a little bit, Mr. McLaughlin. I would love to see Simba on court, just to give Chris, you know, some breathing space.
Another quick foul here for Hong Kong.
Tony the Truck taking the fouls.
You know, perhaps, Ben, you know, fatigue coming into play here. Singapore Slingers has only played with 6 players so far, and Hong Kong has only used 7 of them.
Yeah,
so
I know. That's a lot of their players DNP today. Status. DNP means do not play. Or X with the dish. Delvin with the reverse. It jostling. Great hustle by both teams, but Oliver Shu right now.
Yeah, you know, it might have been Oliver Shu who got the rebound. It was a great box out by the other players that got them that.
Oliver Shu, Mr. Economic. Chris. He's got CJ in front of him. He needs the kick, but he goes for the hook. Oh! He just said, I've got courage as well. Courage personified with a hook by Chris McLaughlin.
Yeah, Chris McLaughlin using that chicken wing a little bit to create some space against CJ Geddes.
Those Canadian hooks. Barkley out, X. Geddes. Chris got to put 2 hands up. No. And good hustle there. Tip. Jostling. Jackson. No. Ooh. What will the referee call here, Ming? I'll let you make that prediction.
No, I do believe I do believe it's a simple call there. Foul on Jackson Ma, not Chris McLaughlin.
It didn't look. Oh yeah, it looked a little bit furious, for lack of a better word, but it wasn't. I mean, Jackson Ma is actually quite a calm, composed guy. So they're 12 points down, the Slingers. They've done a good job, wiltering it down to single digits, but because of some big shots by, you know, Tony the Truck and Chris McLaughlin. Here they come, transition. They got the numbers. CJ. That's a foul right there by Oliver Shu.
You know, great awareness there by Kentrell Barkley. Notice that no bigs were back for Hong Kong Eastern. Dished the ball to CJ Geddes there, and all they could do was commit the foul on the transition. Singapore has got to do this more often, you know, force that turnover to get out in transition.
Absolutely, and CJ Geddes, a graduate of Rutgers University in New Jersey, America. Played basketball in Japan. So a big shout out to Rob, one of his family members. He actually doesn't say much, but he's actually once you talk to him about basketball, have a good conversation with him, yeah, you can't stop about basketball.
Yeah, there was a little bit of protest on the sideline right there. You know, they didn't understand why CJ Geddes was taking 3 free throws, but the first one actually did not count.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
A 10-point game now, Ben.
Yeah, it's again, you can't conclude this game and say, yeah, Hong Kong's got this. Not at all. It is, you know, and what Hong Kong needs to do is limit those turnovers. Tony contested 3, splash for the cash. In your face 3-pointer. Tony the Truck Man, the man who went to Texas A&M.
That's a tough 3-pointer from Tony the Truck. But he's hit that all night, and he's going to continue to hit that and get some resistance.
He's got 14 points at the moment, Tony the Truck. CJ. Chris trying to stay with him. Good D by Chris. CJ gets it back, tries to sell the foul. Up from up top. Bang! Kentrell with the pop and the drop.
Kentrell Barkley, you know, finally maybe getting back on track a little bit, hitting that 3, getting back Singapore Slingers the 3 points.
Well, he's trying to get his rhythm back, and we've seen that in this third quarter. Gilbert's been quiet, misses. And is this the start of another run by Singapore? X-Man drives. Another foul.
Ooh, they've just got to be careful there. CJ Getty's trying to help his teammate up, but slipping on the sweat spot there on the court. A little bit of a shacked in a full moment there. Great Euro step by Xavier Alexander, and then the slip there by CJ Geddes.
Well, we're down the stretch in the third quarter. It's going to be interesting how both teams finish this quarter and set up for the fourth. Lots of time left, and the bench is going to play a crucial role. And I'm just wondering, you know, are we going to see a little bit more of Kelvin Lim, you know, Tae Ding Lun, Larry Liu?
Yeah, you know, Ben, and one thing I've noticed is that Hong Kong Eastern aren't afraid to use the foul to just slow things down a little bit, not allow the Singapore Slingers to get easy buckets at the rim, not allowing them to get the rhythm, you know, of scoring.
Well, they've got three guys who have not played one single minute on the bench. Austin Veloso, Josh Da Silva, you know, I mean, these guys, and Sheikh Sulaiman, they really want to play, make a difference. They may not have the pedigree as these guys on the floor right now, but they're willing. Oh, turnover, but they get it back. That's lucky for Hong Kong. Got to shoot now. For the two, miss. That looked like it came off Hong Kong, to be fair.
Yeah, it will be Singapore ball, but Singapore coach Neo Beng Siang switching between a 2-3 zone as well as a 1-3-1 zone, so confusing the Hong Kong offense a little bit, and Hong Kong is just trying to figure it out.
Oliver Shu goes to the bench, and O'Darian Bassett comes on court to give Hong Kong some offensive firepower. 2 minutes and over 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go before the end of the third. Jelvin reading it. Kentrell cutting. CJ for the triple. It's good. And just like that, we're back to a 5-point ball game. No timeout call. O'Darian Bassett says enough is enough. We need production. Gilbert, who's been very cold in this third quarter. Swing. OD for the three. Miss. Couldn't hang on to it. Here they come. Transition. Barkley drives the lane. Yes, finishes with the left-handed finger roll. And it's a 3-point ball game right here at Maba Stadium.
Yeah, once again, Hong Kong couldn't figure out that 1-3-1 defense by Singapore.
But this is the king of the comeback. Tony. Miss. Gilbert tried to go for the putback. OD get the ball back. Think they can't rush and gotta take good shots. Tony the truck. Oh, turnover right here. Careless. Here comes Barkley. Can he get another one? Bounce. CJ.
Great move there by CJ Geddes. You know, he knew that Chris McLaughlin was standing in the way there, but just put up the shot, you know, got the rebound and laid it up.
What a comeback by the Singapore Slingers. They've wilted the Hong Kong Eastern lead to just 1 point with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. What a run by the Singapore Slingers.
Yeah, and Ben, where is Dominic Gilbert? He's been on fire in the first half, but we haven't seen him score not 1 point.
No, he's super cold. I don't know what happened to him, but you know what? That's basketball. But like you know, like our guy said, basketball is a game of runs. And Singapore went on some good runs. And again, to me, Ming, I want you to look at the stats when they come in. The turnovers, well, at the end of this period, of course, the turnovers in the third quarter, those careless turnovers by Hong Kong, that led to baskets for the Slingers team.
And you know, the Singapore Slingers just came out in the second half really strong. And you know, Coach Neo Beng Siang with a great adjustment as well. You know, from a man-to-man defense, they switched into a 1-3-1/2-3 zone, and that kind of confused the Hong Kong Eastern team a little bit. I think this timeout was called by Coach Jelko to talk to his players a little bit. You know, talk to them, tell them that it's a zone defense that they're playing against, and not to rush things.
Absolutely. Good read there. Good analysis there, Ming. Good job. That's why we brought in the Ming Man. He's also Ming Man's also an analyst and commentator here in Malaysia. Sports science graduate from a good university in the UK. So Loughborough University, the one and only. Well, again another turnover. Another good defense again by Singapore. And they had to stop Singapore in their tracks by committing that foul.
And I do believe it's another unsportsmanlike foul there. They cannot foul on the transition. Because it will be a technical, well, it will be an unsportsmanlike free throws. It will be an unsportsmanlike foul, sorry. And they will get back, Singapore will get back possession after these 2 free throws.
And Coach Jelko is going to bring on number 23, Marco Learn. And Marco Learn, he doesn't play a lot of minutes, but in Batam, he was very, very good from the outside, and he hit some big shots when Hong Kong needed it the most. So Coach Jelko giving him some specific instructions. Hopefully they can run some better offense. And Xavier Alexander gives the Slingers the lead. And they've got possession right now with 47.6 seconds before the end of the 3rd period.
Yeah, and one reason that coach brought on Marco Learn is because that Chan Siu Wing is already on 4 fouls and they don't want to lose him in the 4th.
They don't. He's a good play. Shares the ball well. X for the 2. Shot clock violation. Getty spin again. Hong Kong got a rebound a lot better, man.
Yeah, you know,
Box out.
Yeah, we were talking about Singapore Slingers in the 2nd quarter about not rebounding well, and Hong Kong Eastern now struggling with that side of the game a little bit. But good challenge by Chris McLaughlin on a CJ Geddes there to negate that shot.
Every win is crucial because the top 6 teams is so tight. Gilbert. Udi. Where's the screen? Someone needs to give him a screen. Chris. Deflection. Came off Singapore, so 4.3 seconds left. In my opinion, catch, dribble, get an open look and shoot.
Yeah,
I'd give it to Tony. Is Tony? Oh, Tony's on court at the moment.
OD
Long 3, short. OD gets his own miss.
Players are debating a little bit because they think that the
stats table. I think the commissioner's table made a mistake. It was that it looked like it.
It hit the rim there, so the shot clock should have reset to 14 seconds. And the referees just might have to
that
look
was
at the
my
replay
point,
here.
you know. So the referee's checking. So Darren Bassett got his own miss. What a game. That's all I'm saying. What a game. For those of you who are a neutral fan, this is exactly what the basketball pizza man ordered. Well, the basketball pizza fans ordered.
Well, we'll see if Hong Kong Eastern can get a score here, as that will give them the lead going into the...
Chris goes for the 2, banks it in right there. The bank is open right here at 7:15 on a Saturday night right here in Malaysia as Hong Kong regain the lead.
Yeah, so not a great quarter of basketball from Hong Kong Eastern.
Not at all.
But, you know, they have a good ending to it, and they will look to build on that in the 4th.
The score right here, end of the 3rd, Hong Kong Eastern 65, Singapore Slingers 64.
So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one, check ball. You do know this is my house, right? Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for.
Singapore Slingers, make some noise! Here we go.
And the fourth quarter right now. This smells like it has some overtime on it, man. There was no overtime in Batam.
Nope. Not yet.
Bassett. Bounce pass. Shu out. Lurd out. Gilbert shoots for two. It's good. Now he must have heard you, man. He must have heard your comments in the third quarter.
Yeah,
Tom Gilbert.
I think he knows it himself. You know, he knows that he's the scorer for this Hong Kong Eastern team, and he's got to get back on track.
Don't forget, in Singapore, it was Hong Kong who took the win. So Singapore after some payback, even though they said they're not after payback. X off the fake, X on the drive, X. No, referee said the basket does not count. There was a foul.
Foul goes
Holding
to number
foul.
16.
Yep, Adam Shu committing the foul. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah, but you know, Adam Shu holding his ground against Alexander on the perimeter there.
You know, Alex Shu protesting right there, and I don't blame him, to be honest.
It looks like he got it clean.
Yeah. Well, that's the referee's call.
It's a traveling violation there by Delvin Goh. Moved before he dribbled the ball.
Coach Jelko's got to be a little careful. He's giving the referees a bit of lip.
Yeah, traveling violation.
Marco Lurd, good shooter, OD. Marco, you should shoot now. Miss. CJ with a rebound as X brings it up right here. High screen by CJ. CJ trying to go for the mid-range and the fake. Spin, travel. That's a travel.
Yeah, spun too many times. Got into the laundry machine right there himself.
Got stuck in his own tornado.
And that was good defense there by Chris McLaughlin as well. You know, with 3 fouls, just trying to stay upright there to force the turnover.
Absolutely. OD bounce pass. Tom Gilbert, rise up and hammer time as he goes upstairs. Chris McLaughlin.
And you know, that's so important as a scorer. You have to be able to recognize when the double team or the help defense comes and then just lay it off for an easy bucket for your teammate.
Delvin. Hand off. X. Got a body up on him, D up on him, wall up. Hands up. Shoots. Good rebound by Chris. OD here. Rise up and finish. Oh, goaltend. Or is it not? Or is the foul first?
I do believe it is a goaltending there by Kelvin Lim, if I'm not wrong, but it will be Singapore Slingers calling for a timeout here. Great timeout by Coach Neo Bing Siang, as you can see here. There you go, goaltending for sure there by number 18.
Yeah, but the game commissioners table have not changed the scoreboard. They're still a bit unsure. So they're checking right now. I thought it was a goaltend. It looked clean, like clean goaltend.
From the replay, it does seem like it's a clean goaltend. And if they go back to review it, I do think it will be an easy decision for them.
So no, they've told the game commissioner. I know you can't see that right now. They've told the game commissioner it is 2 points. The game commissioner is communicating to the scoreboard people. It should be 71.
71 to 64, 7-point lead for Hong Kong Eastern. They've woken up here in the 4th quarter of this game.
Yep, they've changed the scoreboard.
Here we go. 5-point game.
misses right there. Clear goaltending there by number 18 of Singapore Slingers, Ma Jun Hao. My bad.
So here we go. So just call, it's Ma Jun Hao, and just call him Jackson. Delvin up top. Jackson cutting. X as it takes the bump. CJ baseline. No good joy. OD says, let's slow it down here. We've got a long, long way to go. Learn swings it to Gilbert. Gilbert kicks it out. Marco should shoot. OD bounces baseline. No good. Chris flies for his rebound and tries to get his own miss. Keeps it in. Well done. OD. He needs a good look. Marco. Bounce. Oh, he turns it over right there. Singapore comes like a steam train. Singapore. Barkley kicks. Swing. Baseline to Alexander, who's double teamed. No basket.
Foul goes.
What's going on here, Ming?
Foul goes on the floor. It is committed by Adam Shu, but you got to give credit to Adam Shu. Adam Shu has done a good job on the bigger-bodied.
No, I agree.
Look at that.
I agree. He's been in defensive guarding legal position all the time, so he's confused at the moment. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit confused. But you know what? The referees, they're right. I mean, they are in charge. Barkley with the miss. And
another foul there for for Adam Shu, apparently.
Is he in foul trouble? He's taken a few. He's committed a few fouls lately. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Adam Shu, ooh, he is in foul trouble with 3 fouls.
Whoa. Like you said there, Coach Jelko there has to stay down a little bit. But I do understand why he's getting a little bit emotional here. Like he felt that wasn't the right call. As Adam Shu boxed out.
What's going on?
Well, there's a technical. Okay, let me explain the situation.
He went up to the other side, and what's going on?
Let me explain the situation a little bit, Ben. There is a technical foul given on Coach Zelko.
Yeah, that's clear.
Eastern.
That's clear. But why did he go to the other side of the door?
I think he's just trying to show him his stuff. Coach Jelko trying to say ball don't lie to the referee.
The play is disputing, so the referee's going to take this under control a little bit. TJ. Cantrell, screen by CJ. Cantrell. Gotta watch the clock. Barkley. Thinking about the step back, 3. Oh! Swishes the 3-pointer from up top, and we have a 4-point ball game.
Man, that's tough by Cantrell. Barkley there. You try to force him right, but he just steps back and knocks down that 3-pointer.
Well, he's had an ordinary game by his standards, and he's got 15 points. Kick ball. Hong Kong ball.
That is a kickball violation right there by Singapore Slingers. Hong Kong Eastern will have possession.
Because it's kickball, 14 seconds on the clock. 6:26 at the moment. Bassett, he needs to hit a big shot. Marco Learn, can he hit one? Bassett bounces. Gilbert for 2. It's good. Tom Gilbert thought he was fouled, but I didn't think there was any contact there, to be fair to the referees.
Yeah, you know, Ben, simple basketball, the one dribble pull-up, something that the players just train in and out, day in, day out.
X on the drive, drives on McLaughlin.
Oh!
McLaughlin with the good block, and I know you are pumped up about that, Ming.
Man, I do think that wasn't a block on Chris McLaughlin. I think that was a block for Adam Shu. He's been doing such a good job, and he shouldn't have that 3 fouls on him right now.
Well,
but that's just my opinion, man. That's just my opinion.
Stand by your opinion, my friend. That's what basketball is all about. Fans have their opinion. Barkley on the fake. Long 3.
No.
Couldn't deposit. Tap. CJ. X rises up.
Oh.
Animated. OD. He's pushing it in transition. Pushes it in transition. Now he slows down. A lot of time left in this one. Can he get another hook shot? Chris McLaughlin in the lane, hook and hits. He is the master of the sky hook tonight.
Man, just too easy for Chris McLaughlin. That's why Odie Bassett was looking to get the ball to this big man.
And it's how funny it is that I was watching a documentary on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before I came to this game today. CJ with a hook of his own looks like the legacy of Kareem is here right now.
Yeah, you know, both players just returning hooks. I want to see Odie Bassett go back down to Chris McLaughlin here.
We have a good game. It's been very, very unpredictable. 8 on the clock, screen, bounce, fake, drive, flow. Oh! On the runner and one, Marco Learn.
Great shot there. But you know, that's how you break that 1-3-1 zone. Get the ball into the corner, attract that central defender. CJ Geddes was out of position there, and you know, number 23,
Marco Learn,
Hong Kong Eastern, Marco Learn, knocked that crucial shot down.
What did you learn there, my friend? and step up. Life is about learning, and Marco Learn converts the 3-point play. It is a 9-point game, advantage Hong Kong, but someone body up on Barkley because he is electric from the outside at the moment. X-Man.
You can look at Barkley getting wrapped up there by Marco Learn.
That's a holding foul.
It's a holding foul. Yes, it is.
That's all I'm saying. I'm communicating what the referees are telling us. So, you know, there's a whole... And they're deliberating right now.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Ben, you know, Hong Kong is not scared to break the rhythm of Singapore star players by just committing some off-ball fouls here. And I do think the referee are just thinking whether it will be a technical, you know, or unsportsmanlike foul, or is it just going to be a normal foul? But it does look like it's a normal
it's great
one.
to see they're deliberating. You know? It's great to see.
Well, Singapore has the ball.
14 on the clock. Geddes can't leave him open. He's good. Barkley. Geddes posting up, backing in. Posting up on McLaughlin. Hook and ooh! And an almost basket and one. But
Yeah.
he will go to the stripe, and Tom Gilbert disappointed because of that reaching foul. Meng?
Yeah, here's the key thing here. I think it was that elbow on a CJ Geddes from Chris McLaughlin that earns him his 4th foul of the game, and he's got to be careful now, but still 4 minutes there. 1 foul to spare.
CJ Geddes averaging 10.9 rebounds per game, 3 assists, and 19.9 points per game in this very shortened ASEAN Basketball League season.
Yeah, he's just around that point average at the moment.
The referees
I think they just had some confusion on whether it's 2 shots or 1 shot.
It's 2. He called 2 shots.
Yeah, exactly. It was
So
a
stand by that.
shooting foul. Yeah, it was a shooting foul.
It was a shooting foul.
So it should be a normal foul call there. I think the referee's just a little bit confused right here. But Geddes will take the 2nd shot right now. Missing that one.
But Barkley, yes, recovers it for his buddy Geddes. 2-possession game. And that's what happens when you don't box out. Over 4 minutes to go. Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if the game went to overtime. Cross-court pass, releases for the 3. Miss. Skies. Oh, Chris there. Oh, hangs on to it. OD fires long. Bat! No, not quite. I thought it went in. TV screen rumble right there. X-Man with the dish. Barkley. Geddes, yes! And one. The Singapore fans are on their feet right here at Mama Stadium, and the bench as well.
And Ben, you know, I just love that play right there. Coming down, Axeman bringing up the ball, touches the hand of Cantrell Barkley. Barkley attracting that help defender and then just laying it off for the easy deuce by CJ Geddes. Tony Trucker coming back in.
Well, he needs to because he was in foul trouble. Right now, they need his rim protection and his range.
Yeah, the forest of Hong Kong Eastern, the trees of Hong Kong Eastern, the long guys, managed to do a good job against the Singapore Slingers in the first quarter.
So CJ Geddes is doing Hong Kong a favor right there by missing that. So 4-point game. They need a basket. Gilbert just gets his way to the rim too easily there.
Yeah, you know, that was just an easy layup for Dom Gilbert there, but Chris McLaughlin set a screen for him to get all the way.
One big shot changes the game again. Will it be this man? Poked it away right there. Good defense, Chris McLaughlin. Now, Hong Kong have got to buy themselves some time. And look at it. Marco Learn saying, let's learn from this. Let's not get carried away. 10 on the clock. OD surveying, looking, passing. Marco Learn driving, dish. Chris, good defense, Singapore. Chris gets it back. Chris couldn't get that to drop. Tony off the pump fake, good D. Chris needs the kick. He does. Gotta watch the clock again. OD off the cross. Bounce. Chris. And it goes the other way. What an interesting passage of play and great hustle there, man, by both teams.
Yeah, you know, Hong Kong Eastern was hustling to get that, you know, second opportunity, those offensive rebounds. They had 2-3 chances to get it right, but Singapore Slingers stood strong, and CJ Geddes on that last one as well. You know, Chris McLaughlin looked like he bumped into a wall, falling to the floor.
A big Singapore wall. CJ Cantrell can't let him shoot. He's a deadly shooter. He's come alive in the second half for the runner. Yes! What did I say? Body up on Cantrell Barkley. 4-point game right now with over 2 minutes to go. O'Darian Bassett playing quarterback. Marco Learn playing shooting guard. Tony the Truck setting the screen. Tony the Truck asking for it. Learn. OD thought about the shot. OD fires. Bang! O'Darian Bassett with a triple.
What a dagger there by O'Darian Bassett.
Oh no, it's not the dagger, man. I don't think it's the dagger. This game has still a bit of space on the last page, or maybe the second last page of the script.
I will say this though, Hong Kong Eastern are in foul trouble at the moment, and if this game goes into an overtime, you know, they've got to be careful, but because a lot of their players are on 3 or more fouls. But Cantrell Barkley will go to the line here. He has had himself a great second half so far, Ben. In the first half, Cantrell Barkley only 4 points, and he's up to about 20 at the moment.
Cantrell Barkley stepping up, hitting the first and not the second, but Hong Kong will just slow it down. The reflection of this game for Singapore will be the free throws. 1 point consistent from the charity stripe. Gilbert, can he hit a big shot or will he penetrate? Chris. 2 shots for Chris McLaughlin. I've seen other calls being called in those situations.
No, there was a good call there by good move there by Chris McLaughlin, recognizing that he had the size mismatch inside, and Xavier Alexander only could foul there to save the bucket.
Chris McLaughlin, the man who studied geography. Location spot on in terms of the free throw.
Exactly right. That's a nice shooting form that this big man, the Hong Kong Eastern big man has, you know, getting a good arc on that shot.
Meng, did you watch the Saigon-Singapore game in Batam?
Talk me through it. I do think I remember watching it.
Yeah, well, you know what? At one point, we all thought Singapore were out of it. Saigon had that one, but they did the comebacks of all comebacks.
Yeah, you know, and Singapore Slingers still has that opportunity to come back into this game. There's still 1 minute and a half left in the fourth quarter here. One timeout left for Singapore. So they do have the chance. There's still potentially...
Look, I've seen Singapore games too many times over the years. You know, there was one time, I mean, in Jamin Mall in Cyberjaya, the Singapore Slingers were playing the KL Dragons, and the superstar point guard of the KL team, who almost had over 30 points that game, he missed 2 free throws.
Wow.
And that went the game to overtime, and Singapore won it. And Singapore swept the KL Dragons that season 4-0.
Yeah, you know, and Ben, talking about free throws, Singapore Slingers, you mentioned one of their reflection points in this game will be the free throws that they've missed. They're only shooting around 50%, having missed 10 free throws in the game.
They just need one basket to give them that lift. X-Man for that basket. No, air ball. Slowing it down right here. Got to get it over half court. Foul there by Delvin Goh as he pulls Chan Siu Weng.
Yeah, Chan Siu Weng was checked out of the game earlier because he had
4
3
fouls.
Yeah, 4 fouls on
4
him
fouls,
already.
man.
Yeah. But he's checked in now in the final minute and a half, and Coach Jelko will rely on him to provide some secondary ball handling.
Yeah, he's a good ball handler, Chan Siu Weng. He's got a lot of basketball experience under his belt. And
the referee's just making sure the players has their shirts tucked in there.
Hong Kong can't turn it over. Good move by Gilbert. Bounces it. Oh, he tried to rise up and slam, but I think he just slipped out of his hands. Barkley, Geddes, they want a 3-point shot. Jackson on the drive. Jackson for the 2. Miss. Jackson with the rebound. Out. Kick. Fires. Bang! Kentrell Barkley makes this a 5-point ball game, but Hong Kong will just try to slow it down. Over 50 seconds to go. Ming.
Yeah, you know, Ben, if there was anyone you don't want to leave open.
And oh my gosh, what happened right there? They had this game. They just couldn't turn it over. It's a 3-point ball game. Looks like that Saigon Heat came.
Exactly.
Really familiar script coming into this storyboard right here today.
Ben, exactly how you predicted. You know, Singapore Slingers not out of it. And, you know, if there's one man you don't want to leave open at this point in the game, it's Kentrell Barkley. And Hong Kong Eastern somehow left him open for that 3-pointer and then committed that simple turnover that allowed him to bring the lead back down to a 1-possession game.
Well, Dominic Gilbert for the Hong Kong Eastern team with 28 points. The leading scorer in this game, followed by followed by Kentrell Barkley with 25 points. Most of those points coming in the second half.
Yeah.
CJ Geddes with 22 points.
Let me give you the stat. 21 points for Kentrell Barkley in the second half. He only had 4 in the first.
I need to look at that in the ABL history books. Is that a record?
Yeah. But 82-85 is the score at the moment. 1-possession game for Singapore Slingers. Hong Kong Eastern has possession at the moment as the players come back onto the floor.
They can't turn it over. At the end of the third quarter, they turned it over. 9 points that Singapore scored from the turnovers that they committed Hong Kong. So they've got to protect the ball better. They've got players to do it. But
we'll see what the coach has drawn up here.
Yeah, let's go. Exciting stuff. Hold it. They're full court press by Singapore. This is very Singapore Slingers basketball. Get it over half court. There it is. Chan Siu Weng. OD with 10 on the shot clock. Holding it. High screen. OD. Will he fire it? OD. Goes in the lane. Floater. Tip. No. Here they come. Will they tie it up? Delvin Goh. Alexander. They need to shoot soon. Kentrell.
Barkley's looking for the ball.
No, it doesn't count. Pushing foul first.
Whistle before that make there.
Oh, 2 shots for Singapore.
Yes. Yes,
That's
Ben.
what the referee called, and Barkley will go to the line.
Sorry, Ben. Hong Kong Eastern are in the bonus, so, you know, although that was a foul on the floor, that was probably a clever foul right there because that forces Singapore.
No, yes,
Slingers.
because Singapore will have to foul.
Yes, exactly.
And
so
send him
Singapore
to the
has
line.
to foul right now. After Kentrell, Barkley misses this free throw. He should have made 2, but like you said, Ben, free throws a problem for Singapore Slingers in this game.
Couldn't shoot for free consistently.
Looks like they don't want the free stuff, not like typical Asians do.
No, yeah. Family food and something that's free. The triple F of our wonderful continent of Asia.
Got a foul here. Got a foul. Or trap. Oh.
Ooh. That was physical. Blocking foul.
It will stay with Hong Kong Eastern here, but that was good trap by Singapore Slingers. I thought they were going to foul immediately, but
that was more of a smash.
yeah, Coach Jalko again arguing here. You don't want to get a technical and let Singapore Slingers shoot another free throw.
Singapore going to press here. I mean, they're very good at this. They've got experience to be in this situation. 2.8.
Good foul right there by Delvin Go.
And as they send Chris McLaughlin to the line. Chris McLaughlin, free throws 63% from the line so far this season.
But he's been shooting the free throw well today.
Yeah,
Ben.
today he's been pretty good. He's been pretty good, and he needs to be good right here. Ooh, in and out. This is interesting. This is very interesting. He needs to hit this one.
This is setting up for an overtime game, Ben.
Yeah.
This
I called overtime. I said it smelled like overtime. It smelled like overtime.
Singapore Slingers has a timeout left. So if
Tony with a great rebound. Dom, and they win the game. Hong Kong Eastern take this one by 2 points.
And you know, Ben, a big credit goes to Tony Trucker.
Yes.
Tony Trucker came out of nowhere, grabbed that rebound, came down with it to secure the win for Hong Kong Eastern, 85-83, Ben.
What a game. I mean, everyone, if you were neutral, you would be very, very happy with that because it was a game to the wire. At halftime, Singapore were down by 13 points, but what a comeback. The final score right here at the moment, it is Hong Kong 85, Singapore 83.
See you in the next game, guys. Next game is going to be the Macau Black Bears taking on the Zamboanga Valientes.
That'll be a great one. So let's watch the highlights right here. But after that, it's not goodbye. It's catch you at the next game, which is due to start in about 15-20 minutes. We'll see you soon.
broadcast of the ABL Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.